Bloomington city planners are proposing a new method for prioritizing sidewalk construction projects. Holden Absher reports.
It's been said simply looking to the ground can reveal the extent to which cities value inclusive and accessible transportation. That's why Bloomington city planners hope to change the way the community prioritizes sidewalk construction projects.
We have extremely long sections of roads, or roads that see a lot of traffic, see a lot of high-speed traffic that are missing in these areas that are low income, low access, and have a high number of people without access to a car.
Rick Beil presented a new sidewalk equity improvement report during City Council's meeting 2 weeks ago. Instead of only using a request-based system to log improvement projects, Rick Beil says the city should prioritize all projects based on 10 different data lenses, like walk potential, population density, and transit to work score. This way, the city can prioritize projects that might have been pushed to the bottom of the current list.
We know that a request-based system has an inherent bias towards people who have the time, who have the social connection, have the education, have the perseverance to contact the right person at the city.
However, there is an easy way to identify which parts of town are in the most need of new sidewalks. A desire path is a space in the grass where you can see erosion because of foot traffic.
And that is probably the best physical indicator that we can see that there is an intuitive path that pedestrians want to take, but a pedestrian facility simply doesn't exist.
Rick Beil was inspired by an event the Council for Community Accessibility hosted in June, where it grouped city planners, elected officials, and citizens of various physical abilities together for a walk on one of 7 routes near Switchyard Park.
It was very eye-opening, and I loved that people really cared about, like, is this comfortable for you? Is this wide enough for you? Is this bump bad? Because that never happens otherwise.
Sizer attended the event as a community member in a wheelchair. She says Bloomington has become more accessible over the last 16 years, but she still faces issues in front of her own home on East Ruby Lane.
Well, my own block, we don't have sidewalk where I live. Really? So I have to go in the street.
Sizer says there are also issues with blocking existing sidewalks, specifically in the winter when snow is plowed into handicapped parking spaces near the sidewalk.
People like me who have a ramp van, we need those spots because those blue striped spots are so that we can lower the ramp and get off the ramp and turn. And they seem to think those are just like empty spots.
To best understand existing barriers for people with disabilities, the Sidewalk Equity Report calls for focus groups and mapping exercises, among other things. For Indiana News Desk, I'm Holden Absher.